Hi everyone, my name is Emmy Klein, a resident artist here at Jerry's Artarama, and today I wanted to talk to you about the Portrait Starter Set from Tusc Pine oil paints. So when we sat down to pick 5 colors to create this portrait set, we really wanted to give you a limited number of colors to choose from so you wouldn't be overwhelmed with the possibilities, but enough that would give you a great base to create all types of skin tones. And especially skin tones that are more naturalistic. Now, I want to show you exactly what's in this set, and we can go over every color, and then I can show you exactly how I like to use them to create a painting myself. So I will be painting 2 separate eyes today. On this side, I'm going to paint one where it's going to be a lighter skin tone, and then on this side, I'm going to actually paint the exact same eye, but with darker skin tones to show you how you can achieve the different variations. So let's open up this box. Inside, you will find the ultramarine blue, a warm white, a cadmium red light, a burnt sienna, and a yellow ochre light. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out some of this paint on my palette and let's get started painting. So like all oil paintings, I do want to start with a darker color because you do tend to work from dark to light. So I'm going to actually start with that burnt sienna and a little bit of my Studio Solve solvent just to kind of start breaking it down and getting it a little bit more fluid so I can work with a leaner layer. Now I'm going to actually toss in a little bit of that ultramarine blue just to darken it a little bit more. Then I'm going to take this and tone the area of my canvas where I'm going to be painting. Now already I have a beautiful base tone which could be already found in naturalistic skin tones. Taking that burnt sienna and toning it down just a little bit with the ultramarine blue, you get a far more naturalistic darker brown, which is just stunning. Okay, so now that I have established where it is that my drawing is for each eye, I'm going to actually start changing how I'm approaching each one. So this skin tone is going to lean a little bit more towards those peaches, and you're going to have the brighter values, where this one I'm going to go a little bit more towards those jewel tones and start getting those deeper, beautiful colors. So if I take this lovely dark brown that I've already mixed and add in a little bit more of that cadmium, brightens it up and gives me a beautiful color that is quite naturalistic but still kind of on that warmer side. Really great for cheekbones and kind of establishing those warm colors. Now for this side, I'm going to actually take a little bit of that warm white and mix it in. Which gives me a very lovely color. Almost like a dusty rose kind of a color. So my shadow will be the same color, just a lighter value. So now I have my darks and my midtones set up. I just need to start working on those highlights and bringing out those really beautiful kind of greens and yellows and other colors that I can see. So yellow on the one on the left, I'm going to take the yellow ochre and that warm white and make that value higher. I'm going to just start shifting that skin tone a little bit brighter where the forms start coming out in space. And then over here, use the same color, the same concept, just a little bit more minimally. I'm going to actually make a really pretty pink. Take that cadmium red light and the warm white. Now, the cadmium red's a very strong color, so I probably have way too much right here. I just need a little bit to tint that into a really beautiful, quite vibrant pink color, which is great also for like the lips, your cheeks, but really great for the corners of your eyes. if I add a lot more cadmium. Still give me a pink. It's not pure cadmium, but it's a lot darker in that value. Okay, so I definitely need to start approaching that the whites of the eyes, which is definitely not white. I know it's the whites of the eyes, and sometimes it can really appear quite bright, but there are actually quite a lot of colors within the whites of your eye. There are some areas that are more yellow, some that are more pink, some that are more blue, depending on how the light is hitting your face. So if I take a little bit of that warm white and the yellow ochre, I'm gonna make a quite bright kind of creamy yellow. Should go right about here. Now, you will notice you have no black in your set. Now, you can make a chromatic black, and I'm about to do that just now to really establish kind of where that, if you have makeup or like I have a cat eye right now, that would be a nice dark area, especially as it turns into shadow, and then your eyelashes and those forms that get really, really dark. So let's make a chromatic black. So for a chromatic black, if you take the ultramarine blue and a little bit of burnt sienna, so more blue than the burnt sienna, instead of getting a beautiful deep brown, you're gonna get a chromatic black. Might lean a little bit more towards blue. And I'm okay if it leans a little bit more towards blue, because as I'm painting it onto these already established skin tones, it might mix a little, but it's gonna still appear really, really dark. Now I can be at this all day, but I want to show you quickly how to kind of finish your painting with a couple of beautiful highlights that really make the painting sparkle. So for this, I'm just going to go in with a warm white. It is such a beautiful naturalistic white that is wonderful for highlights. There we go. So with using just these 5 colors from the Tusc Pine Portrait Starter Set, you guys can paint all types of skin tones, different colors of eyes, your hair, just about anything. So I really hope you guys get a chance to grab these and enjoy them as much as I do.